Guys, let's start with a number that might shock you. Most people in their 50s are unknowingly losing over $100,000 simply by following the stay longer, save more advice everyone tells you about. Think about that for a second. You've been grinding at your job for decades, contributing faithfully to your 401k, thinking that every extra year adds security. But the truth is far more complicated. While your spreadsheet shows growing numbers, your body and your life experiences have their own clock. There's a window when you can actually enjoy your money while you're still healthy and energetic, and it doesn't last forever. Here's the kicker. Conventional retirement advice rarely accounts for what really matters: your health, your lifestyle, and the timing of taxes and investment withdrawals. That gap between what financial advisors project on paper and what life actually delivers can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and more importantly, years of your peak living. This isn't hypothetical. Real people like James, who planned to work until 62, ended up being laid off at 54. Suddenly, the extra years of supposed gains vanished, leaving stress, lost income, and missed opportunities stacked on top of each other. What if I told you that there are strategies right within the system you're already part of that could reclaim much of that lost money and give you back control over your life and retirement timing? You don't have to gamble with extreme early retirement plans or drastic lifestyle sacrifices. There's a smarter way, involving the timing of withdrawals, tax brackets, and sequence of income planning that most people never learn. And here's the part that's rarely discussed. The wrong decision isn't just financial. It's about missing your healthiest, most capable years. Years when hiking, traveling, and living fully are still feasible. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how conventional wisdom might be costing you more than you think, and what actionable steps you can take to protect your money, your health, and your time. I promise this is going to be eye-opening, especially if you've been silently wondering whether all your extra years of work are really worth it. Comment why if you've ever felt like your job is costing you more than it's giving back. Let's see how many of us are in the same boat. Let's jump right into it. Most financial advisors will tell you to stay put, max out your 401k contributions, and let compounding do its magic. On paper, it looks perfect. More years working equals more money, right? But what if I told you that approach ignores the biggest hidden cost of all: your health and your opportunity to enjoy life? Those extra years of work might actually cost you thousands of dollars in lost lifestyle value, not just in taxes or missed investment opportunities. Take James, for example. He spent 28 years as a structural engineer, confident he could work until 62 and retire comfortably. He followed the conventional wisdom: keep contributing, wait for the perfect balance to grow. Then, at 54, a company restructuring forced him out. Suddenly, the extra 8 years of compounding growth he counted on vanished. That $300,000 he expected to gain? Gone. And while the numbers on his old spreadsheets were accurate, they solved the wrong problem. They didn't account for life's unpredictability. The real cost isn't just lost dollars. It's lost time during your go-go years, the period roughly between 55 and 68, when your body still has the energy to travel, hike, and do the things you've always dreamed of. Waiting too long to retire, or even to optimize your finances, could mean spending that decade sitting at a desk, commuting, or dealing with stress instead of enjoying it fully. And that's the part no one usually calculates. It's also important to consider the ripple effect on your retirement strategy. Many people don't realize that delaying retirement while ignoring sequence of income planning can create huge tax inefficiencies. If you continue pulling in a high salary, Your retirement withdrawals later may be taxed at a much higher rate, and you could lose the chance to leverage tax-smart moves like Roth conversions or long-term capital gain strategies. Essentially, you're working longer but keeping yourself in a high-tax trap. Metaphorically, think of your financial life like picking fruit. If you wait too long, the fruit grows bigger on paper, but your teeth may not be ready to bite. Your health may prevent you from enjoying it, and some of the fruit may even rot before you get the chance. That's the exact trap James fell into. The numbers grew, but the opportunity to actually enjoy his wealth and health slipped away. And this is not just about rare, unlucky cases. Research from the Society of Actuaries shows that roughly 42% of retirees leave the workforce earlier than planned, forced by layoffs, health issues, or family responsibilities. Almost half of people don't control the timing of their retirement. That's not a tail risk, it's nearly a coin flip. Planning based solely on working longer equals more money ignores this reality, putting your finances, and more importantly, your quality of life, at risk. The takeaway here is clear. Conventional retirement advice often emphasizes more money at the cost of less control, less health, and fewer peak life experiences. If you're in your 50s, it's critical to rethink the "stay longer" mantra. By strategically planning your withdrawals, consolidating accounts, and understanding your tax windows, you can reclaim lost wealth and, more importantly, regain control over the timing of your life. Now let's go deeper into the hidden costs of staying longer at a job, the kind that don't show up in your paycheck or retirement statements. We're talking about taxes, healthcare, and lost lifestyle opportunities, all quietly eroding the financial and personal gains you think you're building. Taxes are the first big hidden cost. When you keep a high salary and defer retirement, your future 401k or IRA withdrawals can push you into a higher tax bracket later. Meanwhile, if you had retired strategically, you could have used low-income years to execute Roth conversions, moving money into a Roth IRA and paying taxes at a lower rate. Over a decade, that difference can add up to tens of thousands in saved taxes. Ignoring this sequence is like leaving free money on the table every year. Healthcare is another silent drain. Staying employed might seem like you're securing benefits, but once you retire, estimating costs incorrectly can destroy early retirement plans. For example, ACA marketplace premiums vary based on projected income. Too high, and your subsidy shrinks. Too low, and you're exposed to market volatility and out-of-pocket surprises. Without careful modeling, you could find yourself spending far more on health coverage than anticipated. Then there's the lifestyle cost, the subtle erosion of what retirement is really for. Consider Carol. At 55, she had $800,000 saved, her house fully paid, and minimal debt. She knew she could retire comfortably, yet she kept working, convinced she needed to reach a magic number. By delaying, she missed her optimal window for adventure travel, hiking, and fully enjoying her peak physical health. By the time she finally retired at 58, her body and energy levels had started to slow. The fruit was growing on the tree, yes, but the teeth to enjoy it were not quite ready. And this isn't just anecdotal. Studies consistently show that physical limitations begin creeping in during your late 50s and early 60s. Conditions like back pain, joint issues, or cardiac events may not prevent you from living, but they restrict the way you experience life. Traveling internationally, carrying luggage, or even long hikes become far less feasible. This is the hidden opportunity cost most advisors ignore entirely. Money might be accumulating on paper, but your ability to spend it meaningfully is shrinking. Now, combine taxes, healthcare, and lifestyle erosion. The result is a compounding effect, where working longer may actually reduce your total usable wealth, the money you can spend freely during your healthiest years. For many, the decision to delay retirement, though seemingly conservative, ends up being financially and personally counterproductive. To make this concrete, imagine two 55-year-olds. One follows conventional advice, keeps working, and accumulates a larger 401k, but loses the ability to enjoy early retirement experiences and pays higher taxes later. The other retires strategically, sequences withdrawals carefully, uses low-tax years for Roth conversions, and models healthcare costs. Their 401k might be smaller on paper, but their effective wealth, the money they can spend comfortably while still healthy, is significantly higher. The difference is often 6 figures over a decade. This is where the math gets emotional. You aren't just calculating numbers, you're calculating the quality of your life. Delaying retirement can silently cost more than money. It costs freedom, experiences, and peak life memories. That's why understanding the real timing of your retirement, not just the balance on your statement, is critical. Now here's where things get interesting, and this is the part that most people completely miss. The way you sequence your income and retirement withdrawals can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars, and sometimes more, without earning an extra dime. Let's break it down. Imagine David, 54, working in a tech-adjacent operations role. He has $1.3 million in his current 401k, $200,000 in old 401ks from previous employers, and $150,000 in a taxable brokerage account. He also owns his home outright. On paper, conventional advice would tell him to keep working until 62, let the compound growth run its course, and maximize his Social Security later. Mathematically, that's correct, but it misses a crucial piece: how taxes, income sequencing, and early retirement options interact. Here's the twist. By consolidating his old 401ks into his current employer's plan, David makes the entire $1.5 million eligible for penalty-free withdrawals under the Rule of 55. That alone avoids potentially $50,000 in early withdrawal penalties. But the real magic comes from sequencing his withdrawals intelligently. Instead of drawing $70,000 a year entirely from his 401k, he pulls $35,000 from the 401k, $15,000 from his taxable brokerage account, taking advantage of long-term capital gains taxed at 0% for his income bracket, and $20,000 from Roth contributions, which are completely tax-free. This approach keeps his taxable income low, placing him well inside the 12% bracket and leaving room for annual Roth conversions. By converting $15,000 each year from his traditional 401k into a Roth account, he locks in a low tax rate on growth that will be entirely tax-free in retirement. Over 10 years, that could save him $15,000 in federal taxes alone, and it compounds from there because the Roth continues to grow tax-free. What's the emotional punch? David gets to retire early, avoid the grind, and maximize his quality of life, all while legally saving a meaningful amount of money. Contrast that with following conventional advice. Working longer might increase his account balance on paper, but he misses the opportunity to use his healthiest, most energetic years to live fully. He also ends up paying higher taxes later, when withdrawals coincide with Social Security income and higher brackets, effectively losing money he could have saved with smarter planning. Metaphorically, think of your finances as a fruit tree. Some fruits are ripe at 55, others at 60. If you only look at the total fruit on the tree in the future, you might assume you're better off waiting. But the sweetest, most accessible fruit is often available earlier. Income sequencing and tax-aware withdrawals are how you pick the fruit at just the right moment, avoiding spoilage and maximizing enjoyment. This isn't theoretical. The numbers are real, and the mechanics are legal and fully supported by IRS rules. Most advisors don't walk clients through this because it requires individualized planning and understanding complex interactions between accounts, taxes, and timing. The key lesson is simple. It's not just about how much you have. It's about how, when, and in what order you access it. Sequence matters more than sheer size, and getting it wrong can cost tens of thousands, sometimes six figures, without anyone realizing it. By the end of this section, you should start to see the hidden pattern behind seemingly mundane decisions. When you retire, what accounts you pull from first, and how you optimize taxable events can drastically reshape your financial reality. The twist is that the right number of dollars isn't necessarily the largest balance. It's the one that maximizes your life while your health and energy allow you to enjoy it. All right, now that you understand how conventional wisdom can silently cost you tens of thousands and erode your best years, let's talk about the concrete steps you can take to reclaim that lost wealth, and more importantly, regain control of your retirement timeline. These are practical, actionable moves you can start today, no guesswork involved. Step 1. Consolidate your old 401ks. Most people have multiple retirement accounts from previous jobs sitting in IRAs or old 401ks. The problem is, once those funds are in an IRA, the rule of 55 doesn't apply, and you may face penalties if you retire early. By consolidating all eligible 401ks into your current employer's plan before you separate, you make your entire balance penalty-free under the rule of 55. This simple move alone can save tens of thousands in penalties and unlock a powerful strategic advantage for early retirement. Don't wait until your last few weeks on the job. Start the conversation with HR now. Step 2. Model healthcare costs accurately. Retirement planning often falls apart because healthcare is underestimated. Use tools like healthcare.gov's subsidy estimator to project premiums based on your anticipated retirement income. Remember, 401k withdrawals count as ordinary income and directly impact subsidies. Getting an accurate number allows you to plan for the real cost of coverage instead of hoping you guessed correctly. Many people are pleasantly surprised to find subsidies cover more than they expected, freeing up cash for other strategies. Step 3. Sequence your income strategically. This is where the tax optimization magic happens. Draw first from taxable brokerage accounts to utilize long-term capital gains thresholds at 0%. Then from 401k or traditional IRA withdrawals, just enough to cover spending gaps, leaving room for Roth conversions in the low tax bracket. By layering income this way, you minimize taxes, maximize long-term growth, and preserve flexibility. Over a decade, smart sequencing can save you thousands or even tens of thousands while giving you access to your money during your healthiest years. Step 4. Hire a fee-only financial planner. Not a typical advisor on an AUM, assets under management model, but a fee-only planner who can model your Roth conversions, income sequencing, and early retirement strategy across 12 to 15 years. This one-time engagement usually costs $2,000 to $5,000, far less than what a single year of well-executed Roth conversions could save you. Having a professional ensure your plan is optimized provides confidence and helps avoid costly mistakes that could easily erase tens of thousands from your retirement. Step 5. Reassess lifestyle and target numbers. Don't fall into the trap of moving the retirement target higher and higher. The goal isn't the number on a spreadsheet. It's the life you can live while you're healthy, mobile, and engaged. take inventory of what truly matters: travel, experiences, health, family, and flexibility. Make decisions based on maximizing those factors, not just your 401k balance. This mindset shift ensures that your wealth works for you, not the other way around. By following these steps, you not only safeguard your money from unnecessary penalties and taxes, but you also reclaim your time and energy during your most capable years. You'll have the financial and lifestyle flexibility to enjoy retirement on your own terms, rather than waiting for a forced exit due to layoffs or health issues. Remember, the sweet spot isn't about how big your account grows. It's about having the right resources at the right time to live the life you want. Comment "plan" if you're ready to take action and structure your retirement strategy to maximize both money and life experiences. Let's see who's taking control today. Let's wrap this up with the most important lesson of all. It's not just about the numbers on your 401k statement. It's about your life, the experiences, the health, the freedom to use your money when it actually matters. Imagine watching your account grow over the years, only to realize you've lost the window to truly enjoy it because your body, your energy, or circumstances forced you to wait. That's the hidden cost most people never consider. Remember the fruit metaphor we've been using? The idea is simple. There's a perfect ripeness for everything: your health, your money, your retirement window. Pick too early and you pay penalties. Wait too long and the fruit grows on paper but can't be enjoyed to its fullest. Planning strategically ensures that you're harvesting the right fruit at the right time. You're not just saving money, you're saving life experiences, energy, and freedom. We've talked about real people, James, David, Carol, who all faced critical decisions. Some followed conventional advice and lost time or money. Others made small strategic moves like consolidating accounts, sequencing income, and leveraging Roth conversions, gaining financial efficiency and control over their retirement. Their stories show that planning isn't just about maximizing account balances. It's about making life decisions that align with your health, your values, and your peak years. Now, here's the takeaway. The number on your account statement is not the goal. The goal is the life you can live with that money. Ask yourself, am I working for a bigger number on a spreadsheet, or am I planning for the life I actually want to live? The difference is huge, and it often represents tens of thousands of dollars in real value and priceless years of health and experiences. If there's one thing you take from this video, let it be this: control over your retirement timing is just as valuable as the money in your accounts. By understanding taxes, account sequencing, healthcare, and the timing of withdrawals, you can retire on your terms, rather than waiting for life to force the decision. Don't let conventional advice blind you to the hidden costs of staying longer. Finally, remember this line: the best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you. It's a reminder that every choice you make today has a direct impact on your future freedom and quality of life. Take the steps, model your numbers, sequence your accounts, and plan with intention. You can reclaim lost wealth, maximize your health and lifestyle years, and retire on your own terms. Comment "Go" if you're ready to take action and start planning your retirement the smart way. Your future self will thank you.